All right, everyone get ready because today we're going deep into the world of blood sugar.
Oh, yeah.
We're talking about those sneaky glucose spikes that you hear about. And trust me, this is about way more than just diabetes.
Absolutely.
We've got some really interesting insights from the glucose goddess herself, Jessie Inchauspé.
Oh, love.
Based on a really popular YouTube video that breaks down her work.
It's so interesting.
So,
yeah.
You might be familiar with diabetes,
Right?
but did you know that even small blood sugar spikes can affect like everything?
Everything.
From your energy levels to like how quickly you age?
It's kind of crazy when you think about it, how much it impacts.
Oh, it's wild.
Yeah, your overall health.
And the video says up to 80% of people
Oh, wow.
experience these spikes regularly.
That's a lot.
I mean, that's almost everyone.
It's probably happening to a lot of people listening right now.
Oh, for sure. They don't even know.
And they have no idea. So, yeah, so let's break it down.
Okay, let's do it.
We know that when we eat sugary or starchy foods, it causes our blood sugar to jump up.
Right.
But, like, what does that actually do to us?
Yeah, what's the big deal?
Right.
Like, why do we care?
Well, basically, these frequent spikes, they can lead to fatigue, faster aging, and even increase your risk for some pretty serious chronic diseases.
Yeah, it's not good.
No, it's not good.
So, like, if you're feeling that midday slump or noticing maybe a few more wrinkles than usual,
Oh, yeah.
those could be your blood sugar waving some red flags at you.
Like, hey, pay attention.
Yeah, exactly.
Something's going on here.
Your body's trying to tell you something.
Exactly.
Now, I really like how the video actually breaks down the science
Yes.
behind all of this.
It's fascinating.
It's super interesting.
It is.
And it talks about 3 major consequences of spiking.
Yes.
So let's hear it. What are those 3 biggies?
All right, so first up, we have mitochondria mayhem.
Oh, that sounds scary.
It is a little bit scary.
Okay.
So you know how every cell in your body has these little powerhouses?
Right. Called mitochondria.
Yeah.
They turn food into energy.
Right. They're like little tiny energy factories.
Exactly, like little factories churning away.
Churning away.
But when we overload our system with glucose,
Uh-oh.
those little factories, they get overworked.
Oh.
It's like asking them to run a marathon every single day.
Poor little mitochondria.
I know, right? They get stressed out, they get inflamed, and they just can't produce energy as efficiently.
So basically, too much sugar is making our cells tired.
Yeah, pretty much.
I can relate to that.
I think we all can.
All right, so that's mitochondria mayhem.
That's number 1.
What's next on the list of blood sugar woes?
Okay, so next up is glycation.
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 Okay, I've heard of that,
Have you?
but I don't really know what it is.
Okay, so imagine you're baking a cake.
Okay, I love cake.
Who doesn't?
I'm already with you.
And you leave it in the oven a little too long.
Uh-oh.
What happens?
It gets all brown and crispy around the edges. Exactly. It gets all brown and a little bit burnt. And that's kind of what happens inside our bodies with glycation.
Oh, no.
Yeah, high blood sugar causes glucose molecules to bind to proteins. And over time, it damages them. It's like the browning and the crisping, but happening inside.
So we're talking like wrinkles, stiff arteries,
Yes.
even damage to our organs.
It can affect all sorts of things.
Oh, man, it's making me rethink that second slice of pie I had last night.
Probably a good idea.
Okay, so we've got mitochondria mayhem. We've got glycation.
Food down.
Anything else we should be worried about?
One more big one.
Okay, hit me with it.
The insulin roller coaster.
The insulin roller coaster.
Yes.
Okay, tell me more.
So whenever we eat,
Uh-huh.
especially carbs, our body releases insulin.
Okay.
And insulin's job is to help move glucose from our blood into our cells for energy.
So insulin's like the bouncer, making sure the glucose gets into the right club.
Exactly. A very important bouncer.
Gotta have a good bouncer.
Yes, you do.
Okay.
But when we're constantly hitting our system with sugar, our body has to pump out more and more insulin to keep up.
It's like an overworked bouncer.
Totally overworked.
Oh, no.
And eventually, our cells get tired of all that insulin knocking on their doors.
They're like, enough already.
Exactly. They're like, we're full.
We can't take any more.
And they stop responding as well.
Oh, so the glucose is just left out in the cold.
Yeah, it's like, sorry, we're closed.
Oh, way.
Oh, way.
Yeah, and our blood sugar stays high.
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
No, it's not good. It's called insulin resistance.
Insulin resistance. I've heard that term.
You probably have.
Yeah.
And it's a major driver of type 2 diabetes
Right.
and other metabolic problems.
Wow. It sounds like a recipe for disaster.
It can be if we're not careful.
This is some serious stuff.
It is serious.
But before we all swear off sugar forever,
Right.
I hear there are some natural ways to manage these spikes.
There are.
In fact,
Yes.
we have a special offer just for you,
Oh.
our listeners.
Tell me more.
Discover the secrets to managing diabetes naturally.
By visiting https://bit.natural diabetes treatment.
All right.
Or clicking the link in the description.
Easy peasy.
This resource can give you in-depth information
Awesome.
and practical tips
Love it.
to support your journey towards optimal well-being.
I love that.
But let's get back to the video, shall we?
Let's do it.
What about some of these healthy foods
Yeah.
that might not be so blood sugar friendly after all?
Oh, yeah.
I have a feeling this is where things get really interesting.
This is where we debunk some myths.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
You know how some foods have this like health halo around them?
Totally. I used to think I was being so virtuous with my morning bowl of oatmeal.
Oh, yeah.
Turns out I might have been spiking my blood sugar without even knowing it.
It is very possible.
So no more oatmeal. What
Well-
about fruit?
Let's talk about it.
That's going to be a safe bet, right?
Okay, so fruit is nutritious,
Yeah.
but modern fruits
Okay.
are often bred for sweetness,
Ah,
which means they can be surprisingly high in sugar.
really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Think grapes, mangoes, pineapple.
Ooh.
Those tropical treats
Yeah.
can really send your glucose levels soaring.
Okay, so even natural sugar can be a sneaky culprit.
It can be.
Gotcha. What about honey?
Okay, honey.
I always thought that was a healthier alternative to refined sugar.
You know, honey does have a good reputation,
Yeah.
but let's be real here.
Okay.
The amount of antioxidants in honey is tiny.
Really?
It's mostly just sugar, and it can still cause those dreaded spikes.
Okay, so it's not as healthy as we thought.
Not really.
All right, so it sounds like everything I thought I knew about healthy eating is being turned upside down.
It happens.
But don't worry, everyone. The glucose goddess wouldn't leave us hanging without some tips
She's got us covered.
to combat these spikes. What does she suggest?
She has some great hacks,
Okay.
and they're all surprisingly simple.
Awesome. I love simple.
For starters, she's all about ditching the sugary cereal and pastries for a savory breakfast instead.
Savory breakfast.
Yes.
You mean like dinner for breakfast?
Yeah, exactly. Think eggs, avocado toast, leftover chicken, and veggies, even a protein smoothie.
Oh, that sounds good.
Right.
I could get behind that.
Yeah. The key is to combine protein, healthy fats, and fiber
Okay.
to keep your blood sugar stable and prevent those morning energy crashes.
You know, I've actually been experimenting with savory breakfasts lately.
Oh, really?
And I have to say, I'm feeling way more energized throughout the morning.
That's great.
It's a game changer.
I'm glad to hear it.
What other tricks does the glucose goddess have up her sleeve?
Here's a quirky one.
Okay.
A tablespoon of vinegar diluted in water before your biggest meal can actually slow down glucose absorption.
Wait, vinegar?
Yes, vinegar.
Seriously?
Oh.
Like the stuff I use to clean my windows.
Well, not quite, but apple cider vinegar is the go-to.
Apple cider vinegar.
Yeah. And studies have shown it can reduce your meal's glucose spike by up to 30%.
What, 30%?
Yes.
That's amazing.
It's pretty impressive.
I'm totally willing to try it. I'm all about natural solutions.
That's the best way to...
Speaking of natural solutions,
Yes.
we have a special offer just for you, dear listeners.
Oh, lovely.
Discover the secrets to managing diabetes naturally by visiting https://bit.natural diabetes treatment or clicking the link in the description.
That's convenient.
This incredible resource is packed with in-depth information and practical tips to support your journey towards optimal well-being.
It's a game changer.
It's a total game changer, and we wouldn't want you to miss out.
Absolutely not.
Okay, back to vinegar. Does it actually taste good, or is it like pecker your face sour?
Well, it's definitely tart, but you dilute it with water.
Okay.
So it's not too bad. And you can even add a little lemon or cinnamon for flavor.
Okay, that sounds way more palatable. I'm definitely adding this to my routine.
I think you'll like it.
What else have we got?
Another simple strategy is to start your meals with fiber-rich vegetables.
Veggies first.
Yes, think of it as building a cozy little nest for those carbs to land in.
A nest for carbs.
I know, right?
I love that.
The fiber in veggies creates a protective barrier in your gut, which slows down the absorption of glucose from other foods.
So salad first, then the main course?
Pretty much.
I can handle that.
Easy peasy.
Any more of these brilliant tips?
Oh, she's got plenty. This one's called Close on Carbs.
Close on carbs.
Yes.
Okay, now I'm really intrigued.
It's such a great way to visualize it.
Yeah.
It basically means never letting your carbs go out naked.
So always pair starchy or sugary foods with protein, fat, or fiber.
Exactly. Give them a little something to wear.
Love that analogy.
It's a good one.
So instead of plain pasta, I'd add some grilled chicken and a side of veggies.
Perfect example.
Got it. What's the last hack?
Last but not least, movement.
Movement.
Yes, she recommends incorporating a short walk or even some simple calf raises after eating.
Calf raises. Why specifically calves?
Well, our calf muscles are like little glucose sponges.
Oh.
So a few minutes of movement, especially engaging those calves, can help your muscles utilize that extra glucose and prevent a big spike.
Interesting. So we've got savory breakfasts, vinegar shots, veggie firsts, close on carbs, and post-meal calf raises.
It's like a blood sugar balancing dance.
Exactly. And the best part is you don't have to do all of these things at once.
No, just start with one or two that resonate with you.
Yeah. Small, sustainable changes are key, right?
Absolutely.
It's about creating healthy habits that we could stick with for the long haul.
I agree.
This is all so eye-opening. It really seems like paying attention to our blood sugar could be a total game changer for our overall health and well-being.
It absolutely can. And remember, this isn't just for people with diabetes.
Right.
Everyone can benefit from understanding how food impacts their blood sugar and making choices that support stable energy, healthy aging, and disease prevention.
I think you just gave us our new mantra.
Oh.
Stable energy, healthy aging, disease prevention.
I like it.
We should put that on t-shirts.
Maybe we should.
Okay, before we wrap things up, I want to touch on one point from the video that really stuck with me. The link between glucose spikes and brain health, specifically Alzheimer's disease.
Yeah, that's a super important connection, and the research is really interesting.
It is.
Studies are showing that frequent glucose spikes in midlife could actually increase your risk of developing Alzheimer's later on.
Oh, wow, that's scary.
Yeah, it's a little bit alarming.
So what's the link there?
Well, it's similar to the problems sugar creates in other parts of the body.
Okay.
Think inflammation and insulin resistance.
Right.
But happening in the brain.
Oh, so those spikes are like messing with our brain cells.
Pretty much.
Not good.
Not good at all.
So managing our blood sugar isn't just about preventing diabetes.
Right.
It's about protecting our brains, too.
It's about overall health.
It's all connected.
Exactly.
Okay, I think we've covered a lot of ground here.
We have.
Time to recap what we've learned today.
Let's do it.
It's been a wild ride, but super valuable.
It has been.
Here's the bottom line. Those sneaky glucose spikes, even the small ones, can have a bigger impact on our health than we realize.
It's true.
We're talking energy levels, how we age, and our risk for serious diseases like type 2 diabetes and even Alzheimer's.
It's a lot to think about.
Yeah, and we busted some myths about those healthy foods like oats, fruit, and honey.
Right.
Turns out they can be spike culprits too.
They can be sneaky.
But the good news is we have the power to make choices that keep our blood sugar balanced.
We do.
And we have the glucose goddess to thank for those 5 fantastic hacks. Savory breakfasts.
Yeah.
The vinegar trick, loading up on veggies first.
Yeah.
Dressing our carbs and moving after meals.
It's a great toolkit.
It is.
For blood sugar balance.
Absolutely. And if you're feeling inspired to dive even deeper into this whole world of blood sugar wisdom and natural ways to manage it, we've got you covered.
We do.
Don't forget to check out that special offer we mentioned. Discover the secrets to managing diabetes naturally by visiting https://bit.ly natural diabetes treatment or clicking the link in the description.
It's a great resource.
It's packed with practical tips and insights to help you take control of your health.
I highly recommend it.
Before we sign off, I want to leave you with a question to ponder. How could paying closer attention to your glucose levels change your daily routine?
That's a good one.
Would you make different food choices? Move your body more? Maybe just start tuning into your body's signals a bit more?
It's all about awareness.
It is. Well, folks, I think we've officially cracked the code on glucose spikes.
I think we have.
It's been an enlightening deep dive, and I'm personally feeling super motivated to keep those sugar levels in check.
Me too. It's amazing what a little knowledge can do.
Right. Thanks for joining us on this blood sugar adventure. We hope you learned something new and feel empowered to take charge of your health.
Absolutely.
Until next time, stay curious and keep those glucose levels steady.
Bye, everyone.